Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Medicos channel. Today we will learn a simple continuous suture pattern. It is one of the most commonly used suture patterns. At first, we pass the needle from the side of incision. Of course, not the same time, but once at a time. It is a good technique to gather the suture. By this process, we can gather the suture very easily. Then we close it with a surgeon knot, like simple interrupted suture. After that, we will cut the free end of the suture only. We should maintain the equal tension on constructing simple continuous suture pattern. After tying the first knot, the suture is not cut and the bites are continued on each side of the incision until the end of the incision line. A simple continuous suture can be a very useful technique for skin closure when speed is important, like closing a scalp laceration on a screaming baby. One disadvantage of this suture, that is, if one suture is weakened, it affects rest of them. Now, if I want to end the pattern here, there are two ways this pattern can be ended. One is simple tie to remaining last loop of the suture, which is perfectly acceptable. The next way would be performed the last bite with the backhand suture. The loop should be clearly visible and accessible because this is going to be used to tie the knot like we did in simple interrupted suture technique. We make two loops around the needle holder, then pull the two ends opposite sides until the knot is properly positioned. The suture is then tied with a final knot and cut. A variation of continuous simple suture is the continuous locking suture. First, we made an interrupted suture here, like we did in continuous suture. And close with a surgeon knot. We cut the free end here. Now the needle enter the free flap and then fixed flap. After passing the second flap, the needle now pass beneath the loop here. And this is the step which is different from simple continuous suture. We have to pull the thread completely to provide correct tension. And the last suture is tied the same way we did in continuous simple suture. We cut the both end of the suture. Now the simple continuous suture is completed. Thanks for watching and please don't forget to subscribe.